We don't fear death, we fear God. We say we fear death, but that's a distraction. Because if we were truly afraid of death, we wouldn't live like this. We wouldn't wake up every morning, numb our hearts, defend illusions and call it survival. We wouldn't scroll past truth while scheduling our next escape. What we're really afraid of is something far more terrifying to the ego. We fear God, we fear love, we fear life. Not life as in getting up, going to work, raising kids or chasing dreams. I'm talking about life with a capital L, the kind that never began and never ends. The kind of life that doesn't ask for your resume, your trauma or your guilt. The kind of love that knows no punishment, requires no penance, and waits in stillness for your mind to stop running. That's what terrifies us. Because if that's true, then all our grief, our striving, our self-protection and our sacrifice were never necessary. And that kind of light doesn't just heal the wound. It dissolves the self that believed it was bleeding. In 1994, Scarface gave us "I Seen a Man Die." And whether he knew it or not, he wrote a modern gospel about the ego's last breath. You see yourself in the light, but you're still feeling out of place. That line isn't about physical death. It's about ego death. That moment where the light breaks through the illusion, but the self you've identified with still clings to the shadows. The man in that tunnel isn't afraid to die. He's afraid to live. He's afraid to let go of the self he thought he needed to be. He's afraid to love those he never learned to love, because he still believes they and he are real in the way the world taught him. And that's why A Course in Miracles says, death is the symbol of the fear of God. Death wears many disguises. We've been taught it's only the end of a heartbeat, but the Course calls that a tiny flicker compared to all the ways we practice death every day. Sadness is death, judgment is death, delay, control, superiority, inferiority, all death. Every time we choose fear, we die a little, not in the body but in the mind that believes it is a body. Because you can't fear death unless you believe you were born. And you can't believe you were born unless you forget who you are. I remember once I had a dream. I was trapped in a burning house, running from room to room, windows sealed, doors locked, the air choking me. But just as I collapsed to the floor, I realized the fire wasn't real. The house was an illusion. And I was never inside it. That's what this article is. Not a ladder out of the fire, but the moment you realize there's no house, only the dream of one, only the self you thought needed saving. Scarface says, make the choice, let it go, but you can back it up. And that's the split in the mind. That moment where the ego whispers, are you really ready to let this go? The grief, the past, the identity, the defense mechanisms. Are you ready to leave it behind without a proper burial? That's the fear of God, because God doesn't help you fix the mask. God removes the mirror. Forgiveness, in its truest form, isn't about releasing someone else. It's about realizing no one was ever imprisoned, not even you. The grave you knelt beside, the one marked me, it was empty the whole time. The cross wasn't a punishment, it was a demonstration. You can't kill what isn't real. You can't crucify the truth. And sin? It never happened. So when TikTok commenters say things like, if you ain't at peace with God, you need to patch it up, I get it. But what if there's nothing to patch? What if the only thing standing between you and peace is the belief that peace was ever missing? You don't need to be fixed. You need to stop defending the part of you that believes you're broken. And when that defense drops, that's resurrection. That's not after the body dies. That's now. We don't fear death. We fear God. We fear the quiet joy that asks for nothing in return. We fear the peace that tells us the war is over. We fear the love that cannot be earned and cannot be lost. But that fear, that's the last veil. The moment you look through it, you don't die. You live, maybe for the first time. Because as Scarface said, there lies a man not scared to die, may he rest in peace. But even deeper is the one who's no longer scared to live. And the only man I've ever seen truly cry was the one who finally woke up.